Montana. I don't know where in Montana we are right now, but we found an awesome little campsite. Tent. There's Josh. We're even by creek. So, pretty cool, super stoked, beautiful evening to start off this adventure.
All right, welcome to Idaho.
Currently in Idaho, right?
Yep.
Idaho. We are at Lookout Pass ski area. Found a nice little trail to get the dogs some exercise, to get us some exercise. And yeah, currently en route to the West Coast. So we are here in Olympia area. A gorgeous beach here to hang out at. Here's Josh. We just got a drone, so having fun messing around with that.
Next video.
Good morning. We are on the Oregon coast. Had a little bit of a rainy night, but we survived, stayed nice and dry in the tent. Yeah.
Coffee this morning.
Coffee this morning. So we're actually walking to the beach right now. Hopefully we find the beach. I've been to this beach a few times, but it was like 10 years ago. Good news, we found the beach. Woo! It's kind of cold, kind of rainy, and awesome. And the dogs are loving it. Uh-oh, I lost them.
Andy, Coda, too far.
So we just went on a walk on the beach, went actually almost 3 miles. Dogs absolutely loved it. We look like 4 drowned rats right now though, so that's fun. And wet dog hair everywhere. Alright, so we just finished at the Tillamook Cheese Factory. It was great. We got to taste test cheese, which is always a good time.
They give you a cup this big, but if you cup your hand, you can overflow the cup that's this big.
So we are here in Newport, Oregon. just walked around Newport a little bit. I convinced Josh to let us stop at the candy shop. Got some taffy, and we got this. Whatever it is, it's heavenly. It's like salted caramel and white chocolate and amazingness. Hi.
Heck yeah!
Josh got a slushie. Alright, so we're here near Florence,
Oregon.
Florence, Oregon.
Yep.
We're off on some back road looking for a campsite. We may have found one, it's just a matter of if we decide to stay here today. It's raining.
Found a sweet little creek though.
Sweet little creek.
And currently a tree that's not dumping down on us.
Yep. The bummer is that like we walked on the beach all morning in the rain, so our coats are still soaking wet and nothing's had a chance to dry out from last night, so yep, not sure what we'll decide to do tonight. Might stay here, might drive all night. I want to drive all night because I don't want to sleep in the rain. Josh wants to sleep because he likes sleep, so not sure what we'll decide to do. I'm sure you'll find out. Alright, so, surprise, surprise, we decided to drive all night to our destination. So we left the coast around 6 p.m. It is now 2:30 a.m. and we are about, gotta let Josh in the car. We are about 2 hours away from our destination. So,
Woo!
we have snacks, we have caffeine. We're almost. Oh, gross. You just sneezed on me. We're almost there. Alright. Good news. We are reunited with our tent poles. We can now start this trip because we have tent poles. Also, something else exciting is going down. Stay tuned. Hey Josh, let's see it. Let's see it. Ooh, look at that handsome face.
See what?
He finally decided to shave it. It makes me so happy.
So we've been somewhere for about a day and a half now, and we thought the dogs were loving not on the road, but as it turns out, we were packing up and we left the doors open. Rather than running around, they're already loaded up, ready to go. Isn't that right, Coda? You ready to go? Aww. Coda bear. You're just ready for the next spot.
Hello, it is Wednesday at approximately 3:30 in the afternoon, and we are officially farther east
Than we've ever been.
Well,
Woo!
on this, I've been all the way back east,
Okay.
but other times in my life.
Yes.
On this trip. Alright, so we made it to our camp spot here in Wyoming. Josh is setting up our tent, and these tent poles, man, they've been the bane of our existence for the past couple weeks.
The lack of.
And the lack thereof. And why we drove to Montana again. This is our little spot. This particular camping area, we were lucky. I think we got one of the last available spots tonight, which is fantastic. Andy, what do you think? Hi. All right, so we're at this awesome, cool spot in Wyoming somewhere. Beautiful, beautiful area. I'm taking the dogs on a walk tonight. Yeah, super excited to be here. Good morning. Just made our coffee.
It's way too early to be social.
It's actually like almost 9 a.m.
Yeah, but it's
It is
pre-coffee
9
time.
It's pre-coffee. All right, so found an awesome road to go drive the Jeep down, and we decided to take the top off because it's a beautiful day. Might as well.
I've currently crashed my drone and walking to see if I can find it. Hopefully I can remember where I left it and it's not damaged. The crappy thing, it's all the way up there. So, sorry, actually up there. So hopefully I can track it down. GPS tracked it for the most part, so we'll go from there. Might spend the rest of the day looking for it. Sucks.
So, in other news, Josh just went hiking for his drone. He's up there somewhere. I just saw him. He's like way up there. Hope we find it.
All right, the search for the lost drone continues. I have so far thought it was over there. Now I think that my GPS has told me it's not up there, thank goodness. It's actually somewhere down there. So hopefully I don't have to do any more climbing because it's exhausting.
Down here at the river. Still waiting for Josh to come back. Hopefully with the drone, because don't want to lose that.
All right, so far, no luck. So I went to another ledge because the ledge I was on, it was like, hey, it should be right here. And that's because I thought it was somewhere down there. And then I'd have to like rappel down to it or something like that. Now I'm thinking it's actually up there. All right, well, I've checked the ledge down there, ledge right here, and now I'm gonna try and check that ledge right there. So I got good news and I got bad news. Good news is I found it. Bad news is I don't know if you can see that. It's stuck in a crack like right there somewhere. Likely you can't see it, but that's where it went. You can see just the little piece. Found Joni. Found the one crack that was really difficult to get to. Amazed I found it. It was really in there and kind of a scary place to get to, but I found it. So we'll go ahead and get on the road, and I won't tell JC about any of this. Shh.
All right, so after like an hour and a half, Josh finally found the drone. You can kind of see him up there in the back of the camera. The dogs just went to go join him, help him on the last little bit of trek. Before anyone freaks out, I could see him from the ground almost the entire time. And we had cell service, so I was making sure he was okay. So I didn't quite send him off on his own to find the drone. And I did offer to go, but he said no, stay with the Jeep. South Dakota, woo! Josh, say hi.
Hey.
Crazy
We
horse.
made it to Crazy Horse.
Oh. All right, Josh.
What?
How do you feel?
Excited?
First time Mount Rushmore.
I'm seeing Mount Rushmore.
Yes. Do you actually see it? Because I can see it.
Oh, I see it.
Okay.
This is not a photo.
I pushed the right button this time.
Yeah, you did.
So, we are currently driving through South Dakota.
South Dakota.
But the part of South Dakota that's like closest to Nebraska. So,
It's terrible.
that's what it looks like.
This road
For
goes
miles
on and
and miles
on
and
and
miles.
on.
This is it, guys. This is our view for the next 7 hours. There it is.
Apparently Nebraska is the good life.
Welcome to the good life. Alright, Josh, how do you feel?
Terrible.
I actually remember seeing a Facebook post recently that popped up on my memories. It was me saying, so long, Nebraska, I have no idea when I'll be back, and that's perfectly fine with me. That was 4 years ago. 4 years ago, and we just crossed the state line back to Nebraska.
We're back.
Just passing through them. Alright, so we just finished eating breakfast at Coltiva. We got into Lincoln about an hour ago. Basically drove all night. Slept a couple hours in the parking lot of the gym in Grand Island. But yeah, so now we're off to maybe take the dogs to the park or take a nap
Take a nap.
or something. So we decided we couldn't drive through Lincoln without stopping at Bagels and Joe. Pretty awesome place. I used to study here every Sunday morning for like 5 hours when I was in college. So, memories. Time to get on the road. So I think that Indy's upset because we didn't share our bagels with her. She's giving us the look. How was your bagel?
It's amazing.
Now, we got one more stop before we leave Lincoln, and that is for one last Barcelona. Alright, so we got our Barcelonas. We are on the road, headed east. Goodbye,
In a half
Nebraska.
mile, take exit 401D for I-80 East toward Omaha.
East.
Going east, that proves it.
I-80 East.
Welcome to Iowa.
Woo! Welcome to Illinois. Woo! Alright, so we stopped at the rest area. We found a tower. Like a really tall tower. So we climbed it with the dogs. Coda didn't want to come all the way up. He like stopped halfway and said, "Don't make me come up." I said, "We got to go to the top." And he said, "Okay." What did Indy say?
She was all for it until she actually stopped and like looked down. She just had to stop for a split second because she wasn't sure what was going on. She's like, "Whoa,
That's high. It is shaking, and this is fun. Anyways, somewhere in Illinois. I actually don't have any idea where we are right now. Going down the tower. Kind of a tall tower.
Fireflies!"
Josh and I just saw fireflies, which we think actually might be our first time
My first time.
ever seeing fireflies.
We had one that smoked the windshield, just,
Oh, a firefly?
and if I turned my lights off while I was driving down the highway, the windshield glowed in just one spot.